Maharaja Ranjit Singh, also known as Sher-e-Punjab, was born on November 13, 1780, in Gujranwala, which falls in Pakistan in the present time. Renowned for his diplomatic and military prowess from a young age, he captured Lahore in 1799, marking the beginning of the Sikh Empire. In 1801, Ranjit Singh was crowned Maharaja by a descendant of Guru Nanak Ji. His reign united Punjab into a powerful province and kept the British at bay during his lifetime. The Kohinoor diamond was a prized possession in his treasury. Maharaja Ranjit Singh passed away on June 27, 1839. His death marked the start of instability and decline in the Sikh Empire, leading to its eventual fall to the British in 1849. His leadership and legacy remain integral to the history of the region. Sam Manekshaw, also known as Sam Bahadur, was born on April 3, 1914, in a Parsi family in Amritsar, Punjab. He joined the Indian Military Academy in Dehradun in 1932 and began his distinguished military career in 1934. During World War II, Manekshaw fought against the Japanese army and was awarded the Military Cross for his bravery. He played significant roles in the 1962 Indo-China War and various operations of the Indian Army. Manekshaw's most notable achievement was during the 1971 Indo-Pakistani War, where he served as the Chief of Army Staff. His strategic leadership led to a decisive victory for India and the creation of Bangladesh. In recognition of his contributions, he was promoted to the rank of Field Marshal in 1973, becoming the first Indian military officer to hold this esteemed rank. Sam Manekshaw passed away on June 27, 2008, leaving behind a legacy of valor and exemplary leadership in the Indian Army. On June 27, 1967, Indian Airlines received its first indigenous passenger aircraft, the Aviaro Hawker Siddeley HS-748. This aircraft was jointly manufactured by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and the British company Avro. Designed for short and medium distance flights, the HS-748 could accommodate 40 to 48 passengers. When production began in India, the aircraft was renamed HAL-748. HAL produced 89 of these aircraft, with 72 for the Indian Air Force and 17 for Indian Airlines. Indian Airlines primarily used the HS-748 on regional routes, where operating larger aircraft was challenging. The HS-748 played a crucial role in enhancing regional connectivity in India.
शिक्षा देश का गौरव है और आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी शिक्षा का उद्यम है। आरकेडीएफ में सवारे अपना भविष्य। पीएचडी एमफिल करें अपने पसंदीदा विषय में। सर्टिफिकेट डिप्लोमा के 74 कोर्सेज। आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी। आरकेडीएफ में सवारे अपना भविष्य। पीएचडी एमफिल करें अपने पसंदीदा विषय में। सर्टिफिकेट डिप्लोमा के 74 कोर्सेज केवल आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी में। आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी। आरकेडीएफ में सवारे अपना भविष्य। सर्टिफिकेट डिप्लोमा के 74 कोर्सेज केवल आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी में। आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी। आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी में एडमिशंस ओपन। आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी भविष्य को लेकर परेशान है? आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी है इसका हल। पीएचडी एमफिल किसी भी विषय में। डिप्लोमा के अनेक अवसर है आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी में। एडमिशंस ओपन। आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी। एजुकेशन ग्लोरिफाइज नेशन।
On June 27, 1967, the world's first ATM was unveiled at Barclays Bank in London thanks to the innovative efforts of John Shepherd Barron. Inspired by a chocolate vending machine, Shepherd Barron developed the ATM to facilitate easier cash withdrawals. British comedy actor Rick Varney was the first person to use the ATM, withdrawing a maximum of £10, equivalent to about 1,000 rupees today. Initially, the machine required a 6-digit PIN, later simplified to 4 digits. The early ATMs operated without cards. Withdrawals were made using checks coated with a radioactive substance, readable by the machine. Users would insert a check and enter their PIN to access cash. In 1966, James Goodfellow patented the ATM technology, which introduced the use of plastic cards instead of checks, a system still in use today. Shepherd Barron's invention quickly gained popularity, leading to the installation of 50 more machines across London, marking the beginning of a banking revolution. On June 27, 1957, a groundbreaking study scientifically confirmed for the first time that smoking causes cancer. Conducted by America's National Cancer Institute, National Heart Institute, American Cancer Society, and American Heart Association, this study was a pivotal moment in public health. The study, conducted from 1952 to 1955, involved 18.7 million American men. Over the 44-month period, 11,783 participants died. The investigation revealed that smoking significantly contributed to these deaths, with smokers being 5 to 15 times more likely to develop lung cancer. This revelation challenged the prevailing belief that pollution and chemicals from World War weapons were the primary causes of cancer deaths. The report's publication divided public opinion. Some called for a ban on tobacco products, while others dismissed the findings. Today, recognizing the dangers of tobacco, many countries have implemented various restrictions on tobacco products.